America is the world's terrorist. We have over 1,000 military bases around the world for our empire and hegemony and imperialism. And we've set the Middle East on fire, especially in the last 20 years. We invaded Iraq, killed 1 million people, ruined their whole country, did the same thing to Libya, turned it into a failed state, did the same thing in Syria, dropped 26,000 bombs. We're still occupying a third of Syria, stealing their oil. We occupied Afghanistan for 20 years. We're committing a genocide in Yemen. We're doing the same thing right now in Somalia. Oh, so it doesn't stop.
And my you're point welcome, is, by the way.
And you're welcome. And so now, and we're doing stuff like we're blowing up gas pipelines of Germany's, right? We're doing terrorism against our allies even. And then there was this explosion in Turkey that Turkey blamed on the United States. So we're bombing our allies even now, doing terrorism against them. And so this is a video from, I think, 2012. It's not recent. It's from a couple of years ago anyway. And this guy is that's Werner Winfield, Helmut Kohl's coordinator for German-American cooperation for 12 years. So the old, is they called the prime ministers of Germany? Is that what they're called? I don't even know. And, but Helmut Kohl was the leader of Germany for 12 years, I guess. And then here, this guy was his coordinator for German-American cooperation. And what he says, you want to hear what he has to say about German-American cooperation? So now you saw what we just did with the Ukraine, right? So we blew up the pipeline coming from Russia to Germany that was supposed to bring energy to Europe. Why? Because we want to hurt Russia. So we don't care if we also did terrorism on Germany and the rest of Europe. That's what the United States is doing. Okay, so now watch this.
Danach ist eine neue Situation. Ich kann Ihnen sagen,
I can tell you that in my 12 years as an American coordinator,
meinen 12 Jahren als Amerika-Koordinator habe ich 3 Verhaltensweisen der
I have witnessed 3 behaviors in the American government. The moment you agree with them, we're the best friends. We hug. You're scared for your ribs because the hugs are too intense. When we disagree on secondary issues, he says so. So American region reign is, and that's happening to us. Where's the gratitude in history? We have the freedom and the security of the Germans conquered and reserve. What happens if you have a different opinion on a serious question? Then the Secret Service comes along, material on the table that incriminates Germany, and either joins in or it's your turn, and that respect are the types of... So if you disagree with the United States, their intelligence officers, they come and they fucking put it on the table like, here, you want to go against us? We're going to do the same shit to you.
We got 6 ways to Sunday.
We got 6 ways to Sunday to mess with you. And that's what he's saying. So if you go along with the United States, they love you. If you disagree with them, they drop the hammer on you. It's your turn.
What does that mean? To take the hit on the gas or something?
It's your turn to get screwed with.
Oh.
Americans have a very clear chief interest. We are diffuse with our interest of definition as well. The Americans have a very clear set of interests, and accordingly, if that is implemented, oh fuck, why do they do that so fast? Oh, I missed it. But anyway, you got it. That's what he's saying. He's saying America will drop the hammer.
I mean, I like to believe that our intelligence agency don't do stuff like that, and that they at least outsource it to a country who will.
He says when the U.S. disagrees with what Germany does on important issues, they resort to blackmail with Secret Service materials. So that's what he's talking about. They put it on a table. Here's all these materials. We're going to blackmail you. It's your turn for us to F with you. Let's watch it again without stop. I can tell you by 12 years as American coordinator, I have witnessed 3 behaviors in the American government. The moment you agree with them, we're the best friends. We hug. You're scared your ribs because the hugs are so intense. When we disagree on a secondary issues, then the Secret Service comes along, materials on the table that incriminates Germany. So you either join with the United States or it's going to be your turn to get screwed with.
Wir sind diffuser mit unseren Interessen in der Definition, aber die Amerikaner haben eine ganz klare Interessenlage und entsprechend wird das umgesetzt. Das ist die Realität des Lebens.
America gets what America wants.
So that's what he said. If America has interests and when that gets implemented, that's the reality. That's it.
Everybody knows it, and on some level knows, like, yeah, we're America. We're going to get what.
That's right.
We'll coup whoever we want. Deal with it.
That's right.
Elon Musk, the god of Twitter, said that to me.
So, Kit Klarenberg got this. This is great. He says, according to a CIA whistleblower, Philip Agee's 1978 book, Dirty Work, Langley played a pivotal role in managing the SPD and shaping its policies throughout the Cold War. He claimed West Germany was one of the most important operational areas for far-reaching CIA programs designed to create an internal structure which would be pro-American and anti-communist and secure commercial interests. So Secret Service, so the CIA and Langley, which I think that, so that's what they're referring to, has been fucking with democracies in Europe and trying to get them to go pro-capitalists and anti-communists and anti-socialists. And it's all about money. It's all about the economy. It's all about capitalists wanting what capitalists want, right? And the CIA supported not only the CDU, the Christian Democratic Union in Germany, but also the SPD and the trade unions. The CIA wanted the influence of the two major political parties to be strong enough to shut out and hold down any lefty opposition. So they prop up the two right-wing pro-capitalist parties, and then they clamp down on any third party or lefty party. They, like the exact same thing they do in the United States. They were doing it. They've got a lot of practice. CIA units involved were charged with special responsibilities for making contact with organizations and people within the political establishment, such as the SPD and the elected representatives. All information collected was then used to infiltrate and manipulate these organizations. So that's what CIA does. The CIA and the FBI, they infiltrate every organization. They're infiltrated in no matter what it is. Let's say it's the DSA. They're infiltrated. The Proud Boys, they're infiltrated. There's a story we're going to do today about how they've infiltrated the Proud Boys, and they were there infiltrated with them on January 6th. The FBI was infiltrated the Proud Boys on January 6th, okay? So this is what they do. They infiltrate, and so they've been doing this since the end of World War II.
Also, because I remember this when I first talked to Aaron, I had on my show, asked about Venezuela, and I had forgotten this when he brought up, but that guy didn't come in a coup, Chavez. They elected him.
That's right.
And okay, well, I don't know who's left or right was, but let's say left is terrible, all right? I never was into left. Let it fail on its own. Why does it need you to come in, these terrible, unworkable ideas, and then, but we need to like always do some subterfuge to make sure it can't take off, but also it could never work. That's the argument always. It's like, well, if socialism sucks so hard, why do you got to sanction the fuck out of it to make it fail harder? Why don't you just let it fail on its own? And they don't. They always have to interfere with it. So there's one more part of this. According to CIA whistleblower, oh no, that was it. I just read it to you. That was the whole thing. And guess what? The NSA tapped German chancellery for decades. So we're spying on our allies constantly. Oh, this came out from WikiLeaks. Is that what this is from? When we were spying on all our allies, and that was one of the major, diplomatic. Yeah, that we had a tap on her phone, Angela Merkel's phone. That's something. By the way, I remember that the excuse was, well, they're spying on us. Everyone is doing it. Right. And it wasn't just Russia at the time. But then the intelligence community leaked stuff on a Trump phone call, right? Mm-hmm. And then they did it to Joe Biden too. And so that's exactly what Chuck Schumer says. The people running this stuff is the intelligence community. They have the president's phone tapped. They have every other leader's tapped. They know what's going on, and they will fuck with you. And that's exactly what that German guy was saying. That you either do what the United States says, or they blackmail you, or they terrorize you, or they coup you, or they do whatever it is. You don't have. So we're the imperialists. We're the empire, and it's just funny to see, mush brains like Sam Harris and people like that think that we're the bad guys in the world are Muslims. It's a given that It's okay when we do it. It's
okay when we do it.
You're not going from the right place.
That's right. So that's quite a piece of tape. We'll see you November 26th. That's the Saturday after Thanksgiving in Burbank. And then all December, we're going to be in Los Angeles doing Friday night shows. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for all the tickets and become a premium member. While you're there, you get all of our videos unedited. jimmydore.com, not Jimmy Dore Comedy.